Welcome to Altcoins worst possible case scenario part 1. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to look at my altcoin watch list and I'm going to give the exact entries for the worst case scenario if the market goes down. Now, I'm not saying that this will happen, so keep that in mind. Don't come at me like, that's bearish, this and that. The market can drop a lot. We know it, it's crypto. And we want to be prepared. So my base case is not that this will happen, to be very clear, but I want to make clear that if it happens, that we catch the entries on some specific altcoins. Okay, so this could actually be very life changing. So if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, check out the Patreon for private sales, influence wallet trackers, etc. And let me know for part 2 or 3, whatever, how much we're going to do, which altcoins you would like me to take a look at. So really quickly, I dropped a video yesterday about the market that went down and why this is actually a good thing. And we're still testing the bull market support band as of today. So this is still looking quite good. It could, of course, go lower, right? And what I want to make very clear is that lower is an opportunity. I showed the example on AVAX, for example, right? If we look at AVAX very quickly, we can see that AVAX was running from $8.50, give or take, all the way to $65, right? So it had a massive pump. But from that $65, it already came down, wick to wick, 45%. Right, so this is normal in the crypto space, okay? However, yeah, if you buy it at $65 and it goes, let's say, to its all-time high, you have slightly more than a 2x. Well, congratulations. If it goes all the way back down here, and again, very hypothetical, big if, of course, but it could. It did it last cycle as well, right? If it goes back down there and then it goes to its all-time high, you're sitting at a 15, 16x, right? So want to make very clear, if we go lower, that's more bullish, because my long-term vision on the good quality altcoins is that they will do very well. I think that's, by the end of the year, give or take. So, for now, sorry, my neck hurts a little bit from this dip. I was like, oh. But for now, I want to go over a couple of altcoins. So yeah, let's start with AVAX. Now we are really here. And I basically said it in yesterday's video. Now, again, for the people that like to throw shit in the comments, this is not my, hey, this is the target where it's going to go. Again, worst case scenario. Okay, worst case scenario. Why do I say this? Well, it's because of what we covered in yesterday's video. If we look at the others chart, and that's all the altcoins on their Bitcoin pair, went down quite hard, right? And yeah, they got a little bounce, but also here in this cycle, they went down with like 67%, then had a 67% pump, right? In this cycle, they went down with 68% and then had a 70% pump. Pretty similar, right? But what happened after this pump? It came down with another 62%. So from this pump right here, 62% down could be around this area right here, right? This white line that we drawn right here. And I think that, yeah, whatever. This could be anywhere, of course. Right, but this happened before. So there is absolutely zero reason to believe that this cannot happen again. How likely it is, that's a different story, of course, but it could happen, right? So I want to make it very clear, like, if you have cash on the sideline, you're gonna fucking make it, man. You're gonna make it, because if this happens again, you can pull off a 15x on AVAX just if it goes back to its previous all-time high. This is just a chance for the people that missed it here. That would be a second chance. Yeah, if you do not have cash on the sideline because you're already on to the market, it's gonna be a little painful. You have to sit it out, I guess. Don't panic sell your bags right here, I would say, because there's also a chance that it doesn't happen and that we just go up from here, right? That could also happen. So don't worry too much about short-term stuff. If you have the money, good chance. So AVAX. If the whole crypto market could come down with, from what this point is, another like well, let's say 50%, then you have to realize that the stuff outside of the top 125, which isn't included in this chart, could drop harder, and stuff that's higher in that chart, yeah, it can like pump or dump less maybe. So if we take AVAX and we take 50%, sorry, that's not AVAX. If we take AVAX and we take 50% off, that's around $18, right? Now, the real big support comes in at around $20, right? Where we had a lot of support here, resistance here, a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of resistance, a lot of resistance, a lot of support after we broke out. We never retested that level, right? So again, worst case scenario, well, let me put it like this. Worst case scenario, we do what we did last cycle, right? We pump, go down, second pump, big crash, pump, down, bigger pump, second crash maybe. This went to $10, give or take. Wick is 9 something. All right, that would be the worst case. New lows, I don't see it happen. Although it's good, but I don't see it happen. Worst case scenario, $10. Slightly more realistic, but also not really too throw party about $20, give or take. What seems really realistic to me, at least, is this level right here of $30, right? If we get another correction in the crypto market, right? So it's basically steps 30, 20, 10. Very simple. Beam is a little harder to measure because this is new, but this is also a coin that I feel like, yeah, this is something that I have in my portfolio. I like it a lot. And I would say the golden zone on the Fibonacci retracement is something to take a look at least, right? Which is coming in between 2.4 and 1.9. So yeah, that's give or take. The average is this line right here. Well, we already went there. The next, big support is 1.6 cents. It's now sitting at 2.6. So that's what? Let's see. 40% down, give or take. I can see that happen. I can definitely see that happen on Beam if the market decides to go down even more. Let me see what the potential next level could be. Yeah, that could be 1.3, right? That's the 0.382 retracement, also where this wick came in. Very worst case scenario, very worst case, it's 0.008. Give or take, I would rather say 9.5. That's the worst case. Chain GPT, a lot of people like Chain GPT. So far looking very good. I mean, yeah, it came down, but it just retested the bull market support band. And so far, it is doing that successfully. It's also where this top came in. So it's a very logical level, actually. To really keep the bullish momentum on it, it should hold. To really keep the bullish momentum on it, it should hold. It's already down with like 50%. I mean, it came down a lot. If we do take a look where the big, resistance support comes in, it's around 14 cents, give or take. We had some stuff going on over here. We had a lot of resistance over here. And once we broke out, we really went hard, right? So that's a level to keep an eye out on. And let's take a look. Yeah, the rest is already broken, so that's great. If we take them from here, yeah, I would say 26 cents must hold, and otherwise it could go to between 14 and 17 quite fast, to be honest. That again, all these things, if they happen, would be great opportunities. Okay, if they happen. What's a coin that a lot of people always like on the channel? Illuvium. People are pretty bullish on Illuvium. I like Illuvium. This is interesting, man. This is really interesting. I completely missed this wick, but look, this huge wick on Illuvium. If you were fast enough, you could have gotten it 27% percent cheaper, but this happened during like not even the hour chart. It's like maybe 15 minutes, something like that. It's like not even that. It was like really a flash dip, so it didn't sustain right there. If we do look at Illuvium, then this wick is not relevant. Actually, that happened so fast. So if we do take a look at it like this, then it makes quite sense, right? I think it's important that it holds $104 because that's, well, this diagonal line, that's where the bull market support band comes in. That's where the horizontal comes in as well, right? Give or take, somewhere around here at least, right? So that give or take $100 level on Illuvium is a very important level. If we manage to break below, yeah, let me take a look, man. Yeah, 85, I would say, but I think that worst case on Illuvium is actually going to be somewhat like $70. Yeah, I mean worst case is bottom, of course, which could happen. By the way, this is definitely a possibility that it just goes and do another retest of the bottom, for sure. But I wouldn't wait on that. I think anywhere between $60-$70 could be doable. Now, IMX is an interesting one. IMX had a clear range. It broke out, and it kind of has another range right now. The thing is that this resistance was never tested as support, 150, give or take, right? So it should make sense that it retests. However, that's way below the bull market support band. And if it doesn't hold, it's fucked, right? So I must say that it looks strong for now. Well, strong, I mean, it also went down with 42% already, but that was after a major run. 150 is definitely a level I should keep my eye out on if I were you. And yeah, between 150 and 170, actually. That's the big level. That's the big level, right? So I would put it like this. This is the big level. This is where I'm gonna load up on. If it breaks, we'll see by then. We'll see by then. I don't have any injective. A lot of people they like or liked injective. I don't know which one it is. Injective looks weaker than it ever has been. I would be very careful with this one. The chart itself, it looks pretty good, right? It has lower highs and lower lows. But this is the first time ever it broke the bull market support band, right? It went up, went down, retest, went up, went down, retest, went up, went down, retest. And now it went down, whatever, right through it. So this might be a wick. In that case, this week, today, it has to close above, let's say, $34 something, $34.6. Then it's still healthy. If it doesn't, then I can definitely see it go down back to like $19, give or take. And the big, yeah, this is quite simple, actually. I mean, this is support number one. This is support number two. Support number three. Yeah, real support somewhere around here, right? So $19, $10, $5.30. Yeah. Trader Joe. I haven't really heard people talk much about Trader Joe. I'm gonna skip it for now. Link. Well, to be honest, also looks weak right now. Broke the bull market support band, right? So that's broken as well. So that doesn't look that good. Also, this had the same kind of structure as Focal Forged did, right? Where Focal Forged was ranging right here, broke out, retested, Link did kind of the same, but never got the retest, right? The retest was way above the range. And therefore, I would feel like someday it will retest. It's just like usually how it works. But sometimes you have to have so much patience that you stop believing that it will, right? But most of the time they will. So therefore, I would say $10. $10, yeah, between 9, yeah, let's say 10. But I would also say that 12.5 is a big level, right? So let's see. We already almost went there. Yeah, Focal Forged is already sitting there. Focal Forged is pretty simple, actually. If you ask me, it must hold this level right here, which was all resistance. Great. Let's see if it can be support right now. If it breaks, yeah, then it's back in this range right here, and then you can get it for 260, give or take. What the fuck did I just do? What is Zim and why are you here? Anyway, Ronin looks good. This looks good because Ronin also is still above its bull market support band, right? So fine, as long as it's above 280, now it's good. If it breaks below, yeah, then it's probably back to $1.5. That will be my worst case scenario. Doesn't sound like that much, but it's 53%. It should be a pretty bullish entry still. The Pseudify, my biggest bag, 0, because it's my biggest now. Important that it holds this level, really, because this is major support right here. This green box that I've drawn, you can see support all the way, resistance, lots of support. Let's hold this as support. Also, the bull market support band comes in over here. Really important that it holds. Fibonacci says hold it. And otherwise, yeah, at least back to 250, right? 250. Makes some sense on the chart as well, right? We have this coming in over there. We have give or take this coming in over there. We have these wicks over there. So 250, yeah. And also, that doesn't sound far away. What 250? It's actually another like 30% down, give or take, you know. And then if you take it from the top to 250, yeah, that's 56% down. It's even not that bad, by the way. Solana, a lot of people like Solana, right? So let's go with Solana. Solana still looks bullish, above the bull market support band, by far, even. Bull market support band comes in at $120. So we have a lot of room for Solana to go down, which it should actually as well, right? Solana was one of the hardest pumpers, should be one of the hardest dumpers. That's usually how it works, right? And so far it only went down with like 30%, right? That's like not enough if you ask me. Solana should go down right here. And 130 comes in with the bull market support band. It comes in with this resistance over here. We had support coming in over here. There was a lot of stuff going on around that level. So 120 is an important level for Solana. If it doesn't seem to hold that level, no Zig today, bro, then yeah, I've already drawn these. But then the next big level is 76, give or take, 40, 48. These are just the big levels, right? Worst case scenario, I can see it go to 25. And I know, again, people be like, you are crazy. It won't be the first coin that pumped really hard and then had an 80% correction. That's usually what happens. If you look at virtual poker points, for example, I know this is not the Solana, right? But still, it had a pump of 50x. And so far, it is already down 83%, right? It's just showing you like the harder it pumps, the harder it dumps, right? Solana had a hard pump, not a hard dump yet. Saying it will, again, I gave a big disclaimer, so I don't expect any shit about that in the comments today, but it could be at least ready for that. Superverse, also coin that pumped crazy from 9 cents to 164, something like that. It's now sitting at 93 cents, so it already came down pretty decent with 42%, give or take, ish. It's holding the 0.382. That's also where we had some good resistance over here. I must say that if this level breaks, which is, by the way, well, this level, 92 cents, if it breaks, then 75 cents, quite inevitable. And if it doesn't hold that, then 56 cents. If that all doesn't seem to hold, then it's a long way down. Then it's back to the breakout point of 20 cents, right? But it has a lot of support to break. But then again, guys, you must remember, it had resistance and it broke. It had resistance and it broke. Resistance and it broke, right? It can also do the opposite, right? Support break, support break, support. It's not impossible, okay? But again, I'm pretty bullish on Superverse, and I think it could go back to this 160 or $2, give or take, right? Would you rather buy it here and make a 75%, maybe 2.5x, or would you rather buy it like here and make like a, I don't know, 4x? Or even if this happens, right, this area, would you rather make a 12x, right? It's like a chance. It's an opportunity. Ultra never really showed strength in the first place, so I don't know about this one. It didn't went up that much, so, but it did come down that much, you know. So I don't know, what Ultra is sitting at macro support right now, and it doesn't seem to. Did I draw it like this? Yeah, here we go. So I don't know, man. Ultra easily back to the lows and new lows. And I think that then 11 cents could be possible. It's now 19, so it's not that far away. Do we have anything else? People like Delesium, of course, one of my early calls. Let's take a look right here. Pumped crazy hard, right? So expect a good dump from this as well. I mean, it pumped with 60x. So yes, it is now down 63%. And on week basis, it's already down 76%. Right, so, and that made sense, right? We tested this right here, this resistance went up and now sit above the bull market support band. So actually it's still bullish. But yeah, now if it breaks, then back to this level, 15 cents. And if that doesn't seem to hold, yeah, then we're going to the major support area of 6 cents, right? And that's a long way down. That's a long way down. That's another, yeah, whatever, 75% down, give or take. So yeah, good times. VRA is an interesting one. A lot of people, they talk about VRA, and this has been weak forever. I mean, if you look at VRA, you could say like, it's not weak, it's going sideways. Yeah, it's going sideways for more than 2 years. Well, now for 2 years, right? It's been going sideways. It went a little lower, went a little higher, but it did nothing, right? Well, Bitcoin did a 4x, 5. So how do you think this is looking? VRA on its Bitcoin pair broke, right? And it seems like you want to stay far away from this thing, right? This is a coin that it's just like an XRP, Cardano. It's maybe like, yay, good tech, but for investing purposes, it's a bad choice. So yeah, no, I don't know. It is holding this triangle. It broke out 2 months ago, and now it's back in. You want to see it hold, right? And you have a lot of support. We have this diagonal, we have this horizontal right here. But if it breaks, yeah, then back to 0.003, which is 50% off. One that I hope is getting a good dip, but this is actually green on the fucking week, is Wilder World. I like the project. I don't have a position. Therefore, I wanted to get a good dip so I can get some. Didn't happen yet, at least. So if it doesn't happen, then I'm going to get no position at all. And if it does happen, I'm going to get in. But this thing is showing strength, right? So it's still far away from the bull market support band. Remember, a lot of coins are below it. If this thing goes to it, it's sitting at like 60 cents. It's now 94, right? So it can lose another 30%, even more, and still looks more bullish than most other altcoins out there. So yeah, that would be my entry. Also comes aligned with, you know, some of this resistance over here. So I think that's a good one to actually get. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I mean, there are so many coins to go over. Leave your comment which one you would like to see. There's so much good stuff out there, man. Ooh, be careful with G Swift. This is not looking good. This is definitely not looking good. For the ones in G Swift, yeah, the first target is 60% down, and that's the first. Okay, so let alone the rest. I think Miria's also looking kind of fucked up. Yeah, it's looking quite better than G Swift though, but still. Yeah, leave your coin suggestions. Again, this is not that I'm trying to be bearish. This is just if the market turns bearish for the coming months, which it could happen before, then these are some levels that I'm watching. But again, that's a big if. And if it doesn't happen, I'm also happy, because then we can go all up again and we all make money. But again, if this happens and if it does go down, you can make so much more whenever it goes up. Like if you feel like, oh no, it's going down, then it means that you are having no conviction in the long term, right? And you should have. Crypto is bullish. These altcoins are bullish. Yeah, and that bull market also have big corrections. We all know that. That's normal. Take advantage of it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like the video. Let me know which coins you would like me to review, and I'll see you tomorrow.